What's going on, my fam sizzles? So nice of you to join me today. I'm super excited, man. We had a great wedding this last Saturday. It was in Eatonville, Washington. It was at MC Farms. Cool place. Haven't been there before, so it was a lot of fun. I want to give a special thank you to the couple for having us out there for their wedding. Thank you guys so much. It was a pleasure working with you guys, and we kind of communicated back and forth about a few different like small little details, and it got me thinking about what it takes to be a great wedding DJ. And what it takes to be a great wedding DJ are the details. And one of the details that I actually sent out a few days before the wedding was I was looking at the first dance with the groom and mom, and there's like a 32-second instrumental build before it actually starts the song into the lyrics, but it goes silent and then the song starts. And I was like, I listened to it and I was like, let me email the bride real quick and be like, hey, what do you think about this? Maybe we just cut to 32 seconds unless you guys have something planned, because it could get a little awkward on the dance floor where it's like, where's the lyrics at? Is this just an instrumental? What's going on here? So emailed her. She emailed back a couple minutes and she was just like, I love it. Do it, please. We don't want any awkwardness. So like, that's great. That's great. And then another thing too was we had talked on the Zoom call, the final Zoom call, just about if they wanted explicit content, like explicit lyrics, or if they wanted to wait for the explicit lyrics towards the end of the wedding, or what was the deal on that? And they were kind of like, well, I think our songs are okay. And I was kind of looking at them like, well, this song's got some F-bombs and this song is a little crude. I don't know if grandma is cool with that. I don't know if some of the kids are cool with that. I don't know how your family is, if they are very careful about that kind of stuff or they just don't care. So we kind of talked about it a little bit, and they were like, well, let's go ahead and put it to the last 30 minutes of the set. And I was like, okay, cool. And then about a week later after the call, they emailed me and they're just like, we were thinking about it. Let's just go with like clean versions, for the whole wedding. And if you can't do it, that's fine. Maybe like the last 30 minutes, just kind of save some of them. So I was able to find all clean versions of the songs, and it was great. It was great. So it was a party, and it was kind of fun. The first part of the wedding was just kind of a cool, like, it's just beautiful ceremony, and into the reception and stuff. I don't know. It was very laid back. It was cool. It was just fun. I like Eatonville. I actually, like, this year we went out there the first time to I believe it was Cranberry Lake Tree Farm. Really cool wedding venue. If you're looking for a venue for your wedding, that's a cool one. This is our second time out in Eatonville this year, and I hope we get some more jobs out in Eatonville next year. I think it'll be a lot of fun. Hopefully we do. I like it out there. It's kind of country, and I don't know. There's something nice about it. It's very laid back, so that's great. And what else? I was trying to think what else we kind of talked about that was kind of some more smaller details. Well, and I think beyond the small details too, it's like getting back to the couple as soon as you can. Like I always tell Pepsi, I'm like, if I don't answer my calls or I don't get back to you, it's usually because I'm either A, sleeping and it's the middle of the night, or 2, I'm driving and I can't check my messages until I stop somewhere. So if you don't hear from me, those are usually the 2 reasons why. Or I might be in the gym working out, or I might just be in the studio doing a mix or something and I can't quite respond quite yet. But I think the details are important, and those little details like getting back right away after a bride and groom messages you, try to get back as soon as you can. I mean, I don't know, if I was planning a wedding, if it was my wedding and I didn't hear back from some of my vendors right away, I would be a little worried, and that's some stuff like you don't want to do that as a vendor. And I think ultimately as a wedding DJ, my job is to take a lot of that stress away, to take a lot of that, like, we got so much to plan. It's like, no, I'll take care of you. I have done this many times, so I can help you out and, take some of that stress away from you, and bring the party, and then, help you with the emceeing. Oh, if you haven't seen, there's that's Frank Sinatra back there. There's some lyrics from his song My Way, and I saw that And I like looked at the hat and I was like, oh, that's totally, yeah, that's totally Sizzle right there. So it says, I've traveled a life that's full. I've traveled each and every highway and more. Much more than this, I did it my way. And I love that because it's like, you traveled every highway. It's like, man, we travel so many highways, like being a DJ and being a wedding DJ. Like, you know, my assistant and I, man, we're always traveling down highways and freeways. And I was just like, wow, what a great way to look at things. And then also, like, I've lived a life that's full. And like, I really believe that's like, man, you got to be thankful for living a life and meeting good people and being able to do what you love, like being a wedding DJ or whatever it is you do in life. Like, being able to find something that you love to do, and you can do it at your highest level. You can put forth the best effort you can every day, every performance. So I saw that and I said, I got to have that on my wall. I said, please put that up on my wall. I want to look at that when I turn off the light and I head out of the office. I said, let me read that as I head out the office. It's like, let me be thankful for the life that I live, the people that have surrounded me in my life. Let me be thankful for that. Let me be thankful that, we get to work in a business and an industry where every wedding is different. So the bride and groom actually do get to do it their way. So I thought that was kind of a clever, like, double entendre or whatever. So, yeah, Frank Sinatra, man, he's just one of my, one of my heroes, man. It's something just so classy, elegant, just his style, just the high level of entertainment that he represented. And, going back and looking at a lot of the footage from his performances back in the 1930s and 1940s, and like, it's just such a bygone era. Like, we don't live anywhere close to that era, but seeing all like the classy style and seeing how everyone kind of dressed the same back then versus now, where it's like, look at me, I'm wearing a ball cap and I don't know, a crypto shirt from Superman, and a Wrangler button up versus like a nice suit and tie. But I do try to bring a nice suit and tie or something very classy to every wedding, depending upon the venue, depending upon the couple, and, what their request is as far as, what the dress code is for their wedding. So that being said, I just wanted to drop a quick thank you to the couple this last Saturday. And next week, we're going to UW. We're going out to the University of Washington area in Seattle. And I am looking forward to that. I think it's going to be a lot of fun. I was told by the bride and groom that they saw me at a wedding in Ashford at Paradise Village in June. And that couple, which is a great couple, by the way, they were absolutely a pleasure to work with. But they had recommended me to this couple that I'm going to be DJing for at the end of August. So it's kind of a full circle moment. And, the end of the Zoom call we did, they were just like, oh, by the way, we know you. I'm like, what? And they're like, we saw you at a wedding. And I was like, oh boy. I was like, which wedding did you see me at? And they're like, oh, we saw you the one at end of June in Ashford at Paradise Village. And you were awesome. And, we're really looking forward to having you as our DJ as well for our wedding. And I was just like, whew, okay, cool. I was like, because I really do try to put in my best performance at every wedding, and I really do care about the couple and their needs for the wedding. So sometimes there are certain weddings where they're just more laid back and there's really no party. It's just kind of a laid back, chill, kind of a cocktail hour wedding. So I didn't know if it was a wedding they saw me at there and they were thinking, oh, we want to go party, but it wasn't a party. But the one that we did at Paradise Village, and it was a party and it was a lot of fun. So truly this year we've been just really blessed with so many great couples, and just people remembering us. It really means a lot as well. So that being said, I am going to get ready for this coming week's wedding, and we'll talk to you next week on the podcast. We'll talk to you then. Thanks for stopping by.